It's Motivational Monday. Who's in the house? Come on in. You ready? Let's get busy. Who is here? Who is here? I see people. Come on down. Who's going to be the first to say hello this afternoon or this morning, wherever you live? I see people coming in. There's my girl, Catherine. Good morning or afternoon, however it works out. Hi, Jen. Good to see you. Kathy's in the house. Good job. Love to see you guys come all storming in the door. There's my girl, Norma. Hello, Norma. And thanks for sharing, by the way. I appreciate that, Norma. Hi, Denise. Hi, Tracy. Isn't the cover pretty? Jenny does all that stuff. She's so good. Hi, Joanne. I just wrote you a little note today. Who else is here? There's Jackie. She's in the house. Hello, hello. Come on in. There's my girl, Denise. Hello. I see you all walking in here. Hi, Teresa. Good to see you. Carla's here. I can see you without even saying anything. Hi, Doris. Good to see you. Yolanda. Good to see you. Becky's here. Good job. Well, thanks everyone for showing up. It is a great day, Gwen. I'm going to agree with you on that. I am having a blast reading all of your great, amazing testimonials from the sprint. I haven't had a chance to say anything yet, but you know, I've been enjoying looking at them. You know, isn't it so fun to see success? Isn't it so fun to experience what happens when you do this? I also put a little post, if you haven't seen it yet, in the Hot Melt Sprint group saying, what'd you learn about yourself this week? I haven't had a chance to take a look at that, but I promise you I'm going to be all over that like white on rice. Yesterday I kind of took a little bit of the day off, which was really nice. A little refreshment for the soul, shall we say. I didn't put a stitch of makeup on and just lounged pretty much all day. Did some work, but you know, it was nice. Anyway, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be talking about Motivational Monday today because this is a big day. You know, we are starting a new week. We start a new week. I don't know about you, but I'm all about the fresh new week. I love a new week. I love a new year. I love a new month, whatever. It always inspires me to think and look back and say, how can I make it better? What can I do? That's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to talk about the things that block motivation so we can get rid of them and get on to the things that we want to do. What do you think of that idea? I think it's pretty smart. So we have a new quote of the week, of course, and this one is awesome. I really like this. This is, to accomplish great things, we must not only act, but dream, not only plan, but believe. Don't you love that? Do you believe? I'm a big, big, big believer. I get into those places of just really feeling all of it. There's Vanessa, I see you. I'm spying on you, Vanessa, I see you. And that is, you know, when we start believing in the work that we're doing, and we start believing in the things that we are focused on getting, funny how they show up, isn't it? Yes, that's right. That's your reticular activating system, bringing in evidence to support the things that you believe. So I love that. I think that's really amazing. This week we have the Get Lean CLA. That is our supplement of the week. You put 3 in your cart, we'll put the 4th one in for you free. Absolutely free. You're getting a 4th bottle free, and we'll ship it to you free if you put ships free in the promo window. Here's the thing you need to know. When we do this, what we're doing is we are passing on our savings to you. Take advantage of this. And if you get $200 worth of supplements, we'll send you a mindful mug. Isn't it so cute? I know we all love our little mindful mugs. I've got a new one in the wings. Got a new one in the wings. Just a little flash in the look. Oh, it's a Pinkies Up Club. Just a little flash. Jenny's gonna get mad at me. Don't show them. Don't show them yet. But we're just loving it. Mark thinks it's just terrible. He thinks it's awful. Why would you pick that green? I think it's wonderful. Anyway, Jenny and I liked it. So there. Hi, Mary. Good to see you. Question and answer is on Friday, so don't forget about questions and answers. You can get all of your nutrition questions answered. How do you like that? Send them in to support@savingdinner.com, and in that subject line, question for Leanne on Friday, and I'll answer it. And on tonight, I'm going to do the collagen challenge webinar for you, because we've had a lot of questions like, what's the difference between collagen and whey, or what's the difference between, you know, this, that, and the other thing. Let me tell you something. I'm going to show you all the evidence and all the science and everything that supports this. And I'm not going to bore you to tears. I'm going to show you why this is important for you. 97% of us have a deficiency in collagen. And I don't know about you, but I want pretty skin, hair, and nails, right? And all the other stuff that comes with it. Tonight, it's free. All you have to do is go to savingdinner.com/collagen, get signed up. That's how you're going to see this webinar tonight. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't worry, if you can't make it, you can always watch the little recording, because we'll send it to you right after the webinar is over. I want you there. It's going to be good. We still have cooking camp. People are buying that, and I'm so thrilled. Listen, if you don't know how to cook, I'll teach you how. savingdinner.com/camp. Check it out. It's cheap, it's simple, it's easy. Soup to nuts, you got all of it, and guess what's going to happen at the end of it? You're going to know how to cook like a pro. I'm telling you, it's the best. And we have Full Bloom on September 26th. That's our virtual mindset, big time conference, workshop, whatever you want to call it. And it's Saturday, a week from this Saturday, actually. And listen, if you know what, I'm going to just say this. This is the most important workshop, I think, that's going to change everything for you. The reason why is until you've got your head wrapped around what it is that you want to do, you're not going to do it. Your brain is the first thing that we have to take into consideration, and this is what this workshop's about. I'm going to help you flip some of those thoughts that you've had and get you into the mindset that you want. Because I'm telling you, having a positive mindset, and it's not just about, you know, gobbledygook, you know, positive thinking. It's about real actionable stuff. When that happens, life changes. That's a guarantee. Guarantee. I did it myself. It's crazy. So you go and check that out. You can go to savingdinner.com/bloom. Marla's going to be joining me for that, and we're going to knock it out of the park. And you'll love the swag bag, everything about it. You're going to want to be there. That's all. Just get there. savingdinner.com/bloom. And speaking of Marla, on October 10th, that's it. We're doing our holiday workshop. Look, getting the holidays together is everything. This workshop's going to show you how early on, so you can have this done early on. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to enjoy the holidays this year? What do you think? What a concept. That's savingdinner.com/cruise, because we're cruising through the holidays, not freaking out. We're cruising. What a concept. Yes, ma'am. What a concept. So I think that's everything, isn't it? Don't we have everything covered? Are you going to come tonight? I sure hope so, because it's going to be pretty darned awesome. I'm excited about it. The first time I've really taught about collagen, and it's so important. You know, we need this. Don't you think we need it? I know I do. So what is it then about motivation? We've talked about motivation before. We've also talked about how motivation doesn't just rain down from heaven onto your head or suddenly come knocking at your door. Motivation is an internal mechanism that we can poke, that we can push and prod and kind of make it happen for us. But there are things that will block that. There are things that hold us back from being motivated. And I want to talk about those things because, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. You know, it doesn't have to be that way. It really doesn't. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. When I finally gave up this notion that motivation was going to somehow find me, and I went looking for it instead, everything changed. Everything flipped. And I want to share these things with you because this is going to make such a mindset difference for you. And it's going to help you to find your own motivation. Because I promise you, when you find your own motivation, that's when you start to move the needle in your life. That's when you start to get the things that you want. That's when your perspective changes. Wouldn't you prefer an optimistic view of your life all the time? I'm telling you, this is the truth. Mia's right. She said motivation can be very fleeting. Yes, we must learn to be disciplined to achieve what we want, but there are ways to get to that place. Because I think that's the problem, is that we get blocked on what it is that we want to do. It's not so much a matter of being disciplined as it is in being seeking, I believe. Being a seeker of the truth, being a seeker of what's right, being a seeker of doing better, being a seeker of excellence. And for sure, dropping and dumping the perfectionism, because that will hold you back. As a matter of fact, I equate perfectionism with paralysis, because it just holds you hostage. There is no such thing as perfection this side of glory, right? There is not anything. Mary, I'm excited about you. 10 pounds, good for you. We're going to talk about that tonight. Anyway, sorry, off track. So I have these things. I wrote down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. For those of you who take notes, because I swear a lot of you do take notes, and I think that's fantastic. That's what I do. I take notes all the time. You should see my journals. I have stacks of journals because I'm always taking notes. I always want to do one thing a little bit better. And again, that's not because I'm suffering from perfectionism, because I look at something and say, you know what? I want to analyze things. I want to analyze things. Is this working or is it not? Because, we're always in that place. Some things we're doing really well, and some things just falling apart. So what can we do to make it regular? What can we do to make it better? Where's the motivation? Let's talk about what blocks motivation, because when we can get past those blockers, we can start getting into the place of digging out our own motivation, because I promise you, it is inside of you right now. Right now. Talk about it. So the first thing is not inspired, right? Right? Have you ever just not been inspired? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. You know that whole feeling? That whole feeling where you're just feeling like, no, I'm just not inspired. I'm just not into it. I just want to lay here on this couch, play a couple games on my phone, and watch some Netflix. That's not only is that not inspired, that's checked out, right? And yeah, we all want to check out on sometimes, right? But we also need to look for inspiration and find it. We gotta hunt it down, ladies. It's, Elmer Fudd, a hunting we will go, silly wabbit. We're gonna go get that rabbit. We have to hunt it down. We have to look for it. There's inspiration in everything. There's inspiration in a sunrise. There is inspiration in a sunset. There's inspiration in your child's smile. There's inspiration in getting to the, looking in a mirror and going, you know what? These jeans are just a little too tight. Let those things be inspiration to you. Hunt them down, find them, capture them, and have that be your thing. This is my inspiration. Or you see somebody you haven't seen in a long time, and you just decide, this is what I want to do. Wendy's asking, what do pinkies up mean? Pinkies up means this. It's right here. In solidarity. That means we're together. We're together. We are these women. We connect. We're together. Solidarity. That's what it means. And when we're looking for our inspiration, it will show up. It will show up. So here's the other thing that you need to do. You need to do it anyway. Sometimes just doing it is enough. I don't feel like doing it. I don't want to do it. This, that, and the other thing. And name those excuses. I'm telling you, I can give you 50 reasons why I don't want to get on that bike today. But I'm going to do it anyway. There's Alice. I haven't seen you in a while. Hi, Alice. I'm going to do it anyway. Because doing it anyway is going to take you to the place of motivation. Sometimes, when we sit there and decide that we need to feel it before we do it, come on. Do you think Olympic athletes ever got to that place of even trying out for the Olympic trials by saying, oh man, I just didn't feel like exercising this morning. I just didn't feel like training this morning? No. Their bigger inspiration is beyond. Their biggest inspiration is a goal. And we all have them, whether or not we're talking about them or not. We have a vision for our life. We have a vision for what we want. We have these hopes and dreams and ideals for our lives and for our children and for our spouses, for our family life, for our communities, for the way our life is. It's incredible. So you do it anyway. And I'm going to give you one thing that's going to get you even more fired up, especially if you're anything like me. Sometimes you need a little bit of a challenge. So double dog dare it. Seriously, double dog dare your girlfriend. Oh my goodness. Double dog dare your girlfriend. Double dog dare. Say, you know what, I'm going to do this. If I don't do it, then I'm going to send you $10. Something, anything that's disruptive. Because sometimes we need that pattern interrupt. You know, we know what we usually do. We know how we kind of dodge and in and out of getting out of, you know, what it is that we're supposed to do. Well, put it up a level. That's what I'm saying to you. Put it up a level and double dog dare someone, especially if you have a body clutter buddy. This is a good way. Like, I dare you to move every single day. I dare you, wherever it is that you're falling down, this is the place where you can just say, okay, I'm gonna step up to that challenge. The second thing is, maybe you're just like dealing with zero energy. Well, first thing first, are you hydrated? You know, when you're not hydrated, you're exhausted. Did you know that? Our hydration is so critical. And you know the equation. You need so whatever you weigh divided by 2 in ounces. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you need 75 ounces of liquid for the day. Liquid. That doesn't mean just water. Even your coffee and your tea count. Yes, the newest research shows us that. Even the bone broth. All this stuff counts. When you're adequately hydrated, your brain is firing, you feel good. It's important. Do you get enough sleep? I'm talking to you, those of you who are staying up until the wee hours of the night and then getting up with your kids. You can't do it on 4 to 5 hours of sleep. You are going to be exhausted. You're going to be almost driving impaired. You know, this is what happens when we don't take care of ourselves and we don't get adequate rest. And then if it's just like you're just low energy or whatever, and you've got all those boxes checked, you've got the hydration going, you've got your sleep on point, turn up the music. Can I just tell you, they have this one thing that is just so fabulous. So you guys know I've just become a Peloton junkie, and I've joined a cult essentially with this thing. It's yacht rock. Have you ever heard of that? I've never heard of that. Well, I looked it up after I saw this. Yacht rock is when you're when you're having like these big songs, you know, big songs from you know, the 80s. So these big songs, these big epic songs. And let me tell you, when I'm climbing on that bike and I'm hating my life and I'm hating my thighs and it's exhausting and I have to get out of the saddle because I can barely keep up, let me tell you what happens. You know what happens? That music pumps me up and keeps me going. That's motivation. Music does that for you. So make yourself a playlist. Get some motivational music going. Throw something on and turn it up. Dance your way through it. And then it's really fun too. Here's another one that I hear. And I had somebody actually talk to me about this the other day. And they said, well, you know what? My big problem is I'm just, I lose my motivation. I'm just all over the place. Oh boy, can I relate to that? You know what that is? That's having a cluttered mind, ADHD, whatever you want to call it. We all do it. Some of us worse than others. Some of us are a little more ADD. Oops, was that my hand going up? Back down, girl. But here's the thing you need to know. The way that you straighten out a cluttered brain is that you write it all down. Do a big old brain dump. Get it all out there. Brainstorm with yourself. What are the things that you need to do? And don't worry about where they go. You can sort them all out later, but get them all out. You know, like, oh, I gotta register to vote. That was one of my things. Register to vote. Get something on a grocery list. Order some more ink pens. Whatever it is. I mean, you can run the gamut, and then you can sort it all out. But just getting it out of your brain helps. Believe me, I live by this. I have lists for everything. Making lists. Then you take it and you take all of those things. This is a grocery list. This is my Amazon list. This is my list of things to do around the house. This is oh my gosh, what a difference. Just get it out. When we depend on our brains to just kind of hold everything for us, we're giving it too much credit, I think. This is our thinker. It's not our list maker, but those list things will help, and you can put those things out on a list, and it makes all the difference in the world. The other thing too is to calm down that brain, right? Have you noticed that when you calm it down, you feel better? I meditate 15 minutes every day. I put on this music that's on my app, Brain FM, and all I do is just say, I just want to be centered, let it go, be centered, let it go, and just breathe. And all of this makes me feel so much better, so much centered, so much calmer, and it calms the entire body's chemistry down. That's a big deal. And especially for somebody like me, it makes all the difference in the world. 15 minutes is all you need. And then add some gratitude to it, because when you're done, start thinking about all the things you have gratitude for. And it's not just, I'm thankful for the hot water, I'm thankful for my cup of coffee, although I am thankful for both of those things. It's the gratitude of, I'm here and I'm present and I'm with everyone. I'm here, I'm present, I feel good. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful even for the rocky parts. I'm grateful, I'm grateful, I'm grateful. And it just sends this stream, this bath of calming substances and chemicals that go coursing through your body. It's an amazing thing. Sometimes it can be indecision that holds you back. And I don't know about you, but when I'm indecisive, that's just, you know what? That's just code for I can't make a decision. That's just code for all over the place. That's code for feeling just really distracted and just completely apart from everything. I don't want to feel like that. Do you want to feel like that? So when we're feeling indecisive, a fabulous list to really help you out is, again, what is the indecision? What is the indecision that you're feeling, right? So take a list, take a yellow pad, put a line right down the middle, pro on one side, con on the other. If you're indecisive about, say, following a program, say, connecting with somebody or doing something, you put it out on the top of the page. The pro for doing this, the con against doing this, the pro for doing this, the con against doing this, and make a list on both sides. At that point, it's all out on paper, and you have something to meditate and pray about, and you will make a good decision. The next thing you need to do is maybe call up your body clutter buddy and say, hey, do you got a minute? I need to bend your ear just for a minute. It helps to have a sounding board like that. And the last thing that I would say to you, and this makes it so important. You ready? Put a deadline on it. I've written 10 books, and each time I did a book, I had a deadline. And I would work hard to make those deadlines. And that's what you need to do too with anything that you do. Anything that you are about, make a deadline for it. Because indecision itself is a decision. It's a decision to be wishy-washy. It's a decision to not have to do it. It's a decision to opt out. We don't want to do that. You know what we want to do? We want to step into our power. Step into our place of motivation. And stepping into that is making that decision. Not opting out by not making a decision. That's crazy. And it is if that's your habit, then check back in with yourself and say, I'm not doing that anymore. The last thing I would do is get a journal out. Now, if you want to use ours, we have a Take Back Your Life journal that's fantastic. savingdinner.com/journal. I teach you how to use it. There's 2 workshops that come with it. But if you do that, great. If you don't, whatever. But I'm going to tell you, it is a tool and a half, because it teaches you to put gratitude into the place. It teaches you to monitor your time. It teaches you how to analyze your day at the end of the day. Because analyzing your day isn't putting yourself down. It's figuring out what went well and figuring out what didn't, and then making some corrective action. What a way to live, right? This is the way we want to live, because this is how we extract vibrancy from our lives. It makes all the difference in the world. Gwen says she loves the journal. Thank you, Gwen. I worked hard on that. I love the journal too. I think it makes such a difference. And it helps us to stay focused on the things we want and not spend all of our energy on the things that we don't want. Because remember, this is the biggest thing. What we focus on expands. It expands. So if you want motivation in your life, then start thinking in these terms. What's the buzzkill? What's knocking it off, its pedestal? What's taking your motivation down? And then start taking care of these things. Because I promise you, when you start doing some of these things and you start very much being present in your life and taking care of this kind of stuff, you're going to see a change. And that change is going to come from within. And that motivation, it's going to be there. Jane says she loves the journal too. It makes a difference. It's the simplest tool in the world, but it makes a difference. It moves the needle. And that's exactly what we need to be doing in our lives. Motivation's never going to come knocking on your door. It's never going to come raining down from the sky. It's within you. Sometimes we just have some little blocks that are trying to hold us back, but when we are aware of them and we know what to do with them, we've got this. What do you think of that? I love it. I love it. Tracy says 90 versus 365 days. That's how we do the journal, by the way. We set it up with 90-day goals because that is something that we can get our heads around. Amen? And that's something that we work toward. And there's so many great testimonials about this thing. So this journal is really, it's thebomb.com. If you don't have it, $15 for the PDF, and you can copy it off as many times as you need to. It's a good deal. That's what I have for you today. And I so appreciate the fact that you guys show up every single day and that you're so supportive. And I appreciate that. Don't believe me, I do not take that for granted. I appreciate each and every one of you. And to all of those who have supported Saving Dinner and have supported us with all of our supplements, a hearty thank you, because you have no idea. This has changed everything and changed my life, and I hope that I'm helping to change yours. That's my whole goal, my whole mission, and my whole purpose. So I thank you again for showing up. Tomorrow, don't forget to show up. We have, tomorrow is Tuesday's tip, and tonight is the night, y'all. Tonight is the night. We're going to talk about collagen. We're going to take you to that place of understanding why and how to get collagen in and what it can do for you. It's a game changer, 100%. SavingDinner.com/collagen. Get your seat. Tonight's the night. Love you guys. So appreciate you. Be well, and peace be with you. Bye.